American society today has a shitload of insanity. The best example being the clown show known as modern liberalism. This video has 14 great clips that illustrate just how fed up American society has become. Stay tuned till the end of the video for some stand-up comedy about the topic. Enjoy!
Every day the narrative changes. Is there ever a time when you fight for America? I mean, seriously, because first it's Ukraine, and then it's these illegals, and then it's Iran. Bitch, can we get an American that's like, on behalf of America, can you represent America just once? Because the last time a Democrat represented this country was JFK, and the Democrats had his ass killed for it. I love all of you. I'm sick and tired of you and your virtue signaling. I'm your Huckleberry.
I don't have black fatigue. I have liberal fatigue. But if it's a black person that happens to be liberal, yeah, chances are they're going to piss me off. But you know who pisses me off even more? Overweight, blue-haired white bitches. They are the worst of the worst. They get the most angry at other people's stuff. Am I right? Am I right? None of them are good looking, ever.
Trump has literally taken away all my rights. All of them. Women's rights, gone. Just vanished. I was told he had bring back slavery. Black folks were going to be chained up by Tuesday. Still haven't gotten my plantation assignment. Should I be worried? Oh, and apparently I was getting deported. Never mind that I came here legally and became an American citizen over 15 years ago. But sure, let me go back. Then there was the whole Trump's going to start World War III, and MAGA is headed to Iran. Yet somehow I missed the draft notice. And martial law, still waiting. I even refreshed my notifications just in case. But yes, we live in a dictatorship. You are literally screaming F Trump online with zero consequences in this so-called dictatorship. At what point do you realize the scare tactics were just that, scare tactics? The campaign lies are stale, the outrage is tired, and the facts never backed any of it up. Liberal fatigue is real. Seek help.
Liberal fatigue is very real. Former Democrat here as well. I left the Democratic Party in 2021 after a decade, and I was in pretty deep. I was a vegan, an LGBTQ, and an environmental activist. I hit the streets often, but I walked away in 2021 because I saw what I thought was a liberal movement turn to a woke movement, which was actually more of a fascist movement, especially when they started trying to silence or cancel anyone who disagreed with them on literally anything. I tend to align with classical liberals on most social issues. I still lean very left, but yes, I voted for Donald Trump, and now I support MAGA, and I identify with MAGA, and I do not identify MAGA as a traditional Republican or GOP or conservative movement. I believe MAGA to be more of a centrist type movement, and I do align closely with them. I'm not a Republican for many reasons, and I will not devote any of my votes in the future to Republican nor against the Democratic Party. I will make an independent choice based on the candidates and the policies and their history as politicians or business people, whatever their background may be. But I just want to say to the liberals, you might actually want to listen to a lot of the people that are saying they're sick and tired of the woke shit. That's why you see many of your woke politicians, such as Gavin Newsom, turning his back on you now. I mean, I guess you still have people like Walz in your court, but I don't know what good that guy is. Either which way, you might want to pay attention. You might just want to pay attention.
Y'all, and for the love of all things holy, if we're going to talk about what's going on in DC, can we please talk about how Trump is actually trying to do something? Who else has done something? Everybody's talking about, well, it's really if he puts them in jail. Look, the only way they're going to go to jail is if they refuse mental health, drug addiction, rehab centers, or any other kind of help they need. If they're refusing that, then you're going to get fined or you're going to go to jail. You can't be on the street anymore. He's trying to help these people get off the street. I know y'all have parks in your towns you live in that you can't take your kids to no more because it's zombie land. Please stop pretending like this hasn't been a huge issue, and thank God somebody is trying to finally address it. Y'all just want something to talk about, something to complain about when he's actually doing his job.
Liberal fatigue is a real thing, and I've got it, and I'm so sick and tired of y'all. Y'all want to play victim all the time. Y'all advocated for the COVID, you know what. Y'all advocated for Ukraine, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, No Kings protest. And now you're using the gay community to stir the pot even more. Stop it. You have one woman that approached the Supreme Court to stop marriage equality. One woman. She's got issues. We all understand that. The Trump administration has nothing to do with it. Stop trying to connect the dots. Trying to race bait and fear bait is not helping your cause. The Democratic Party is at its lowest approval rating in decades. What it was at, like 17% now? Come on now.
This is so true, and I'm so convinced that these people just love to wake up in the morning and look forward to complain about something or play victim when it comes to anything. Just in this week alone, you had these people complaining about a jean commercial by American Eagle who decided to use Sydney Sweeney as a model to represent their product. Sydney Sweeney, who's been very popular for many years. Many people see she's very attractive. So what does the company do? I'm going to use an attractive model to display our jeans. Maybe will influence other people to buy our jeans. Why do you think their stock has completely risen up in this entire week, and they've raised, what, like over $200 million? But you have liberals that want to complain about it because they're play on words with her saying she has blue eyes, making play on words because she's wearing blue jeans, but they want to call her a Nazi. But you notice in 2019, when they had a black woman on the front cover for American Eagle, they didn't have a single issue. How about Beyonce? I forget what year, but Beyonce, when she was the front cover on American Eagle, and she had blonde hair. She almost looked white at the time. They complained about that. Now you have Joey Swoll attempted to get canceled because his mishap of words saying colored people instead of people of color, when they're trying to cancel him when he's been doing so much on social media for defending men and women in the gym culture of all races, but they want to attack him for maybe one misspoken word, which I've seen many people in here saying it's not even a big deal. What else? You have Dunkin' Donuts that made a similar commercial as American Eagle with a white guy who's pretty tan talking about glowing in the sun, and people are trying to cancel Dunkin' Donuts now. Like, it's not a surprise that when liberals tend to complain about what a company's doing, those same companies tend to flourish almost immediately after. It has got to be so miserable, and this right here is one of the leading causes why they will probably never win an election again. Keep it up.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want. Liberal fatigue, yeah, it's a real thing. Liberal fatigue is a real thing. I have liberal fatigue. I do. I'm so exhausted, so fed up with the liberal logic that it has gotten me fatigued. And I really don't care about sparing their feelings. Why? Because they don't care about sparing mine. They threaten to unalive me in my inbox, call me racist, nasty names, Ambo, Bedwinch, Coon, Uncle Tom, Ain't Tam, all liberals. Even have some of them tell me I am in need of saving, that I am oppressed and a victim, and I just don't know it. I'm confused. If I actually had a job, which I don't because I am retired and I got it like that, they would probably have called my job a long time ago, to get me fired. Because that's what they do. When you simply disagree with them, there's no debating with them because they don't know how to debate. But they do know how to deflect and accuse and gaslight and blame. But never, ever, 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 ever any accountability whatsoever. I'm tired. I'm fatigued. I'm just telling them off left and right. I'm reading them up and down and let the chips fall where they may. That part.
I have liberal fatigue. Yeah, now the new thing about the Epstein files. I swear every day it's something new. Maxwell has come out and essentially cleared Trump, stating that she never witnessed any wrongdoing by Trump. And now the crazy leftists are coming out and saying the weirdest, craziest conspiracy theories that just don't make sense. The new one is, well, they're just buying more time because the FBI needs to remove his name from everything. And they're transferring Maxwell so she can get pardoned. And he's pardoning her because she's blackmailing him. Guys, what the Haven't you guys realized in life that the easiest and most simplest answer is usually the right one? Which is, he has nothing to do with this. You guys are painting the weirdest, most complex picture that just doesn't make any sense. None of it makes sense. Nobody would go through this type of length and to be in the public eye the entire time. It doesn't make sense. This is not what mastermind criminals do. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about this liberal fatigue, because to be frank, if you liberals have expected everybody to accept and hear your viewpoint with your bad attitude approach, I really hope that you guys are listening to these videos with an open mind and a willingness to understand. Because if you are not willing to hear a criticism and then actually do some self-reflecting to see what you might be doing wrong, you might not be as morally superior and as emotionally intelligent as you guys claim to be. And I just want to clear one thing up right off the bat, because a lot of times when you guys are talking to MAGA or people who voted for Trump, I don't even think you guys realize who you're actually talking to. For example, in my personal experience, when I say things about Trump, a lot of people will get in my comment section and say, well, 4 years ago, you guys were saying this, and 4 years ago, you guys got so upset about this, so why do you guys like it now? You're not talking about me. 4 years ago, I was on your side. I did not vote for Trump 4 years ago, and a lot of people who voted for Trump this time are the same as me. They didn't vote for him last time either, or the time before. So you guys have really got to stop misdirecting this hate that you have towards like the stereotypical Republican and applying it to people who voted for Trump in this election or people who are MAGA, because not every single person is like that. As a matter of fact, the majority of people are not. And I'm just going to lay it out on the table for you guys. This whole like Hitler, dictator, fascist narrative, like it's dead. It's done. It doesn't work. If you want to know the truth, if you want to know what party really behaves like fascists, you guys need to be looking at your own party. You guys keep saying that every single thing that Trump does is like government overreach, it's unconstitutional, and yet the Supreme Court rules in his favor every single time. And you guys seem to have forgotten that when Joe Biden did his student loan debt forgiveness, the Supreme Court said it was unconstitutional and he did it anyways. And I'm not even necessarily saying that that was a bad thing. I like the student loan debt forgiveness idea, but I'm just saying the double standard here is very obvious.
If 2025 has proven anything to me, it's that I actually have liberal fatigue.
Joey Swoll is racist because he actually defended a racist.
Joey Swoll was merely defending his perception of Hulk Hogan's legacy, right? There's no better other way to put this other than this example.
Hey guys, I know what he did was
But Trapped in the Closet was a bitch.
The Sweeney Ed is actually about eugenics.
It's a pun. Are you serious? Like it's jeans and then jeans. And it's perfect. Like what do we just slap a really attractive person in them jeans. And just, like, there we go. Perfect ad.
Wow, Elf is actually wild for having Matt Rife in that commercial. How about we just have Andrew Tate in there next?
Andrew Tate? Really? You're going to compare a comedian who made a joke with, like, one of the worst men. Just one of the worst. He's literally one of the worst. There's no way you don't get tired of doing this shit. If you keep looking for that snake in the grass, you're gonna find it, but you're never gonna be able to touch it.
What is happening in California right now? Why are you protesting? Why is there rioting? And you could tell it's a liberal protest because there's not a single American flag out there. Saw this one guy fly a Honduras flag, but then he says he doesn't want to get sent back to Honduras.
I might be conservative, but I'm for the people. I love all people. I don't care what kind of race you are. I'm going to treat you with respect if you come at me with respect. I treat people accordingly. I think all races are beautiful, not just one. But the left is on here saying, ew, white, you're white, ew, gross, when they're literally white. You cannot tell me that you're all for equality while raising one race up and suppressing another. That's not how it works. That is selective inclusion.
I'm a liberal guy. Of course I wear the crown every time I go to Burger King. My wife's boyfriend says I'm the king for letting him plow my wife. I'm a liberal guy. Of course I stop traffic to fight climate change. Oil is racist. Stop it. I'm a liberal guy. Of course Beyond Meat is my favorite. I eat so many of these processed goo patties that my testosterone level is now negative 1,000. I'm a liberal guy. Of course I sneeze like a soy boy. I'm a liberal guy. Of course Black Panther is my favorite movie. This is what Africa would look like if it wasn't for those meanie colonizers. I hate colonialism. awesome. I'm a liberal guy. Of course I'm watching the Trump trial live on CNN. Orange man bad. Orange man bad. Orange man bad.
Well, that about wraps up this video. As usual, let's end it with some comedy about today's topic. Enjoy!
What I love about Texas is that you guys are like proud to be American. And I love that energy, you know, because the first time I came to America, this was a couple of years ago, I went to Seattle. Very different vibe. I go to Seattle, I'm hyped. I'm ready to get off the plane. I watch Saving Private Ryan back to back. I'm ready to shoot somebody. And then I get to Seattle, everybody walks around. Every bitch I met had like green hair. Every conversation I had in Seattle, they were all like, you know, America is built on a racist agenda. Who gives a fuck? You're here on the winning side. If you don't like America, go check out Ukraine. Try to get an oatmeal latte in downtown Kiev. You ungrateful bitch. If you don't like America, give me your passport.